Episode 2 of the 2021 PA Kubb Championship. We are still dancing in Elverson, PA. We're having a grand time. Last episode, we did rounds 1 through 3 of the seating portion, and today we're going to cover. We got another triple header on our hands. Rounds 4, 5, and 6. That's what we're playing for right there. Those beauties. So last week looked like Kubb stashes and squirrel stashes for the teams that look to be on top of the rankings. Other teams maybe got some looking to improve a little bit. We'll see how this all pans out today, because at the end of today's episode, we'll have the championship bracket set, top 8 teams for the championship bracket. And just like last week, Bob Hikus, my new commentary partner, could not attend his taping for this event because he's actually playing in the event. So Bob's long-lost cousin, Sven, Sweden, he's a Kubb master, drove all the way from Stockholm last week in his Volvo, and he is here to help me commentate. So Sven, we're here for rounds 4 to 6. What do you think?
Hey Drew, how you doing? I'm excited to be here, man. PA Championship. I've been waiting for this all summer. Not only did I drive here from Stockholm, but I drove all over the country scouting these teams to make sure I was ready.
Right.
So I'm ready, man.
Well, here are the standings as of right now. I know you scouted the squirrel stashes and the Kubb nerds. Old line Kubb also up there. First match of the day for round 4 is going to be Das Kubb, who we mentioned they had a good win in the first round, but then lost their next 2 matches. So they are currently the 9 seed and on the outside looking in. They do have a really good opponent score, 3rd best in the tournament right now. They're facing off against Thor's Hammers, who's looking to get off the schneid. They've had a tough schedule as well. But as always, we got a team from North Carolina, so you don't even have to ask me. I'm picking the team from North Carolina. Sven, who do you got?
I got Das Kubb in this one all day. I think this is going to be a good match for them to get back on track. Thor's Hammers, I would put them more in the recreational category generally. They're out here to have a good time, and we love the fact that they come out, but I don't expect this to be extraordinarily close. So this should be good for Das Kubb to get back on track.
Yeah, so Das Kubb, they started out slow in round 1 against EMR Kubb, and then they caught fire late, had an advantage line, and were able to take it. And then we didn't have coverage of their next 2 matches, but they had they had lost to old line Kubb in the 2nd round, and I think the Kubb stashes in the 3rd round. So they're at 1 and 2, but they've had a pretty tough record, and they've played some pretty good teams so far.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, old line Kubb and Kubb stashes, those are 2 teams you would expect to be there in the semifinals. So no shame in those losses, and hopefully they can get back on track here.
Absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised to see those 2 teams in the semifinals, quarterfinals. They'll be there, no doubt about that. And I believe that Das Kubb is probably going to work their way back up that leaderboard as we go throughout these last 3 rounds.
Always do, Drew. Find their way
Yes,
to 4th
sir.
place like clockwork.
Well, they're starting out good, 1 for 1 so far. That was part of their
Nice.
problem in the first round, was they were a little cold from 8.
It's always good when you get 8s out of the ginger lion there, Nick Bartlett.
That's right.
Hear the roar. That was an interesting drilling style there. Almost overhanded.
Got the job done. That's
He
all that
did.
matters.
It's out there.
So 2-4-6 start. We're playing all the regular rules, or at least what I call the regular rules. 2-4-6 start. You can pull the pin. Friendly neighbor. I think all those are pretty standard these days. 50% in. They're all pretty standard.
Yep.
Oh, nice 8. And
Nice
the tie.
8. Way to get one there. I mean, it took 3 to get the single, and then come up with the 8 is huge. Tying it up. Oh, looks like Das Kubb has switched their drillers. I told you last episode that they're not afraid to do this when they feel they need to make a change. They make a change. So you got Nick Bartlett thrown out there.
Both of them can play any position on the team. They're both good.
Yeah.
They're both that's one of the advantages of having 2 people who are just solid all around. Switch them out anytime you need to.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. Nice pickup by Nick there. Oof. All right.
There you go.
Set the stage for hopefully a David's Meatloaf here would be fantastic.
Oh, I love Meatloaf's first thing.
Love it.
Not that one.
You just get 2 in a row now. You gotta figure if they can just get some Kubbs in play here, they can close this out pretty quickly. Oh, there you got one.
First one. Das Kubb looks like they've gotten out of the doldrums of their first match from 8. It's like they went 1 for 2 and 1 for 3. That's 40%. Not great, but better than they were.
I can tell you for a fact, Drew, that they were up a little late, maybe consuming some alcoholic beverages at Bob's house last night. So that might have been a little bit of a first match kind of wake up call.
I hear that. So what, Sven? I guess you were there. Were you drinking schnapps or something like that?
No, Drew. Just
is that from Sweden?
Oh, I don't think so. I have no idea. I mean, I'm sure they make schnapps in Sweden, but no.
I think they make schnapps everywhere, don't they?
Probably.
Yeah.
But no, I was just sticking with the beer. Try to fit in, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
Right,
I wouldn't name a Swedish beer, but I couldn't name one right now.
I'm going to let you think about it.
Yeah.
You know, for being a Swedish guy, you'd think I'd know more about Sweden.
You would. You would.
But
it's like when you lost your accent, you lost all the culture too.
Exactly. Yeah, I drove over here in my Volvo. It became a Ford, and there we go. I'm American. When they took my accent, Drew, they took my heritage as well.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you know. There we go. Nice clear.
Clear.
And that was right there. If that had been the old logistics department, we would never have seen how close that was.
Oh, we might have well just said, "Oh yeah, you hit it. Good for him. Good job." So Bob, when you're throwing, or I'm Sven, I'm sorry, you guys, I get you guys mixed up sometimes. When you're throwing at 8 meters, are you trying to just take that Kubb out on the fly? Or are you trying to? I see some people, land it right in front and slide it into the Kubb. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to take it out on the fly.
Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the slide, I've never had consistent success with it. I mean, one, you have to get your rotations to be consistently, whatever they are, full flip, half flip every time, which is difficult to do. Mine tend to generally be a half to a 3/4, but sometimes they're full, and generally it's more consistent for me to just make sure I throw the baton high enough so that it can rotate if it's going to, and get it there.
Yeah.
How about you?
That's what I try to do too. I think to myself that I'm just going to dive bomb them, and it just works for me better than sliding it. Sometimes I can do that, get it to rotate the right amount. Other times it's nothing. So I just dive bomb it. And the added benefit of it is when you hit one, boy, it pops too. Just crack. Everybody turns around and says, "Oh, that guy knows what he's doing."
Yeah. No, but it's like, you have to. I mean, you really would have to have that rotation to be basically perfect to say, okay, I'm gonna land it in front, and also the trajectory of it has to be so that it's not going to bounce over.
Yeah.
I've seen players that are able to do it consistently, and
I think it's probably a more reliable way to do it, but you have to be able to do it. So that one, Mike had the rotation pretty good, and it bounced right over. That one, he just flew it in there. Yeah, so I mean, I think it's probably more, if you can get it down, it's probably the way to go, but I think it's very difficult to get it down.
Well, the other advantage to it is, once the baton hits the ground, it can go sideways. So you can get a lot of kicks that way.
Yeah.
The one player that I know, has that rotation consistently is Mark Oman. of Chasko, he does a forward flip normally.
Yeah,
8 meters, and the forward flip is so consistent, and the way it's rotating means it's not going to generally bounce over. Plus, he tends to get those kicks. Um, if it's a little bit off center, which is perfectly legal in the air, but then it hits. So, but the issue with that is like if you're gonna do a forward flip, which I mean it would take a long time to learn that and a lot
correct.
of reps. So, I
Yeah,
mean it. But having scouted him out at nationals, I mean, not a lot of people noticed that I was in the background there scouting all these teams, but um, yeah, it's a devastating shot when he gets it on, man. It's going.
yeah. Yeah, I've seen some videos of him doing that before. And first time you see it, you think, "What is going on there?" And then he's knocking down 8 meters like they're going out of style, and you say, maybe I should pay a little more attention here."
Mm-hmm. Looks like we're getting a line here.
Yeah, this is looks like
Hopefully,
this
hopefully we
is
can get some coops down, or they're gonna have an easy shot at it.
yeah, this one's gone downhill very quickly. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's gonna be 6 open batons, 2 base cubes, and the king. So just
I'm
get
going
50-50.
ahead.
You're
I'm
gonna call
going
this?
out on the yeah, I'm going to call it. I'm going out on a ledge here and I'm going to call it. I think this one is over.
I think you're right. This is money in the bank for Das Kub. Like I said, this is going to be a good match to get them back, get their mojo back a little bit.
Yeah.
Starting to feel it. Nice 2 shots there by Bartlett and Davids for the king, and we're through.
And that's it. Das Kub takes it. They get back on the winning side of the equation, start trying to work their way back up the leaderboard and get into the championship bracket. 0.8 cubes per baton, 43%. 0.8 not great, 43% pretty good, but the advantage line was there. Das Kub now improves to 2-2 on the day and are on their way back up the leaderboard. And the Stores Hammers still trying to get there. EMR Kub with a nice win, get them moving back up the standings as well. Squirrel Stashes, Old Line Kub now in second place. Jump over Kub Stashes, nice win by them. Das Kub now up to 7, and the other North Carolina team, EMR Kub, now in 8th.
Mm-hmm.
So probably the surprising team, the most surprising team from the first 3 rounds was Projectile Dysfunction. They knocked off Kubb Stashes in round 1 and finished the first 3 rounds at 2-1. Did lose their last one 2-2, but they are going to be taking on Kubbla Con, who we saw, I believe, in round 2. Was it round 3, Bob or Sven?
We saw them we saw them destroy the Kub with those 2 turns.
Correct.
They absolutely just flattened them, just like a tornado through a Kansas wheat field.
It's
They
not
just
very often that
absolutely
you see a
destroyed
2-turn, and that one was very impressive. Ended up on a 5-for-5 run. Good for them.
Mhm.
Love to see that type of stuff.
Yeah, they started up for 2, and then they just didn't miss.
Just did not miss from there, and that was impressive to say the least.
We got Projectile Dysfunction. They're on a roller coaster ride, man. They're going to be up and down all day, and so they're coming in here 2-2. I mean, as we said before, these guys got the skill, no doubt about it. There's his cuz.
Yep,
Cousin Dave Cantwell there picking up an 8, which is awesome. And we'll see. I mean, we've seen what Greg and Maria. These are Kyle Weakland's parents. So they played a lot of Kub. They played in a lot of events. They played in a lot of events here in Pennsylvania, playing all the events in Ohio.
So this is actually should be a pretty close matchup. Who do you think has got this one, the advantage here? There's a lot of variables here.
I know.
A lot of people that can get hot and a lot of people that can get cold.
I lean towards Projectile just because they have more firepower if they can put it together. It's just whether or not they can put it together.
Yeah.
Obviously we've seen what Kubbla Con can do if they. I mean, I don't know how often they've 2-turned people in tournament play, but that was an impressive match.
Yeah.
And there Greg goes again. Greg hasn't missed an 8 on video. Maybe he just needs to video everything.
There you go. That's not a bad idea there.
But
Yeah, I don't know. There's just a whole lot of potential in this one. I don't know that I can really choose. It's whoever gets hot is the one that's gonna win this one. And both teams have a chance to get hot and both have a chance to get cold. So
yeah.
I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and say Kubbla Con, just because. Well, Bob and I used to always end up picking the same team to win. Sven, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Kubbla Con so we can be a little
going
different.
against me. All right.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. I mean, this one's feels like a coin flip right now. The way that these teams are coming in here, you got basically Projectile Dysfunction is just they're up and down. They beat the Cube Stashes, lost to the Squirrel Stashes, beat Ice Cube, lost to Old Line Cube. Their losses are good losses.
Yeah.
So and then in Kubbla Con, they took a tie and a loss early, and then they've gone on a run. Beat Cube Widows in that 2-turn, and then they beat Ice Cube. So they're working their way back up the board now.
Yeah, that
I could see
two-turner,
this going either way.
that might be I don't know, you want to say the match of the tournament, the performance of the tournament, you'd probably say that
Yeah,
might go down as.
I'd say so far. I mean, we don't, and that's got to give you a lot of momentum. Nothing feels bad about a two-turner. Even if you get a line after your first turn and two-turn them, you still feel good about it.
That's right.
So
I usually feel good anytime I win because it doesn't. Oh, that one is
the
trying.
Cuz got robbed.
Yeah, that one was trying and it just wouldn't go down. Yeah, I mean, I'll take a win anyway and get it. But if you can two-turn, whew, that's you're feeling good about yourself after that.
That cube's acting like it's in Maryland.
It is. It's got
a
a solid support system underneath.
Forgot it moved an hour north. Same cubes.
Oh, there it goes. Back up.
Yeah, that's a good reset. I'm like, you better reset that thing. It could be leaning there for a while. You don't want to give the Cuz a little extra motivation to shoot at it again.
Maybe if it's laying half like at a 45-degree angle like that, it gives you more surface to hit. It was probably an easier shot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, another one that got kissed.
Nice. There we go. We have Maria with 3 shots here. See if she can knock one of these down. Maybe get a sweet meatloaf. Nope. Oh. I'm missing meatloaf in these rounds here. We had so many. There's one.
Right there.
There's one away.
We'd have meatloaf.
So many in those first 3 games.
Oh! That was so close.
Saw Mr. Loaf
right
himself.
So Sven, you big fan of meatloaf? Not the singer, not the going 2 for 3, but the actual food product.
I'm a meatloaf? Big fan of the singer than I am as the actual food product.
Are you?
Yeah.
I enjoy me some meatloaf from time to time.
Just
my wife makes this meatloaf with, she uses like half ground beef and half Italian sausage. Oh man, it's unbelievable. Love it.
Nice. That sounds good.
It is. It is.
The only meatloaf I've ever had is from my aunt, and I could do without it. So
now, did she make
on the loaf?
did she make Swedish meatloaf or did she make American meatloaf?
No, it's my aunt. So it would be.
So wait, is your aunt
Bob's
that's Bob's mother? Oh, okay,
yes.
I gotcha. Okay,
that's where we're going. It's American meatloaf.
I'll have to pull up the family tree again to.
You gotta get the tree out, but it was, we made many trips, to visit, and we're not very delighted by the meatloaf on at least one occasion. So
I see. Yeah. I was, when you're a kid, you'll eat anything, but then I was off of meatloaf for a long time, and just in the last few years with this new one, that's pretty tasty. I'm a big fan.
Maybe I should give the loaf another chance.
I think you should. Maybe
I should come down to Raleigh and have some North Carolina loaf.
Oh man, is it good? I'd say it would change your mind. It would change your mind about meatloaf.
Greg's lucky he sprayed that first one out of bounds. These two look like they might be fairly lined up. Oh,
it's still gonna be.
Yeah.
That's a tough double, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
definitely
good.
possible. Looks like he's got a flat face facing him, so it might be a runner.
Could be. He's got to flush it though. And he
Oh,
does. Oh, nice
just
shot.
missed.
Nice shot.
So I got a question. Did Kubbla Khan introduce Kubb to the kids, or did the kids introduce Kubb to the parents? Oh, another kiss. There's
Yeah.
kisses all over the place. This is like a seventh grade dance or something.
She's got to hit this one.
Oh,
And she
there you go.
does. Nice job.
Pressure clear. Pressure clear.
I don't know how in depth you think this research went there, Drew, but I have no idea whether,
Okay.
what went on in the Weakland family as far as the introduction to Cube. I do know they used to play it was, I think it was part of I know the Weaklands have it's like a yard game Olympics that's in their family, and they play
Oh.
like all these yard games in a day, and they crown a champion. I know Cube was part of that, kind of maybe even before they were like really into Cube, but that
Mhm.
kind of led them. I think that led them to go to nationals back in 2015, I believe was their first year. But I don't know who brought Cube into the family.
I see.
Can't answer that.
I
It's just
see, but a lawn
a
games
Swedish
Olympics
person.
sounds like a lot of fun. I gotta imagine you got some Kubb in there, you got some bocce in there, you got some horseshoes maybe.
Cornhole,
Yeah, cornhole.
ladder golf, maybe. I tell you
Yes.
what, after Cube, a lot of the other long games just kind of bore me a little bit because there's so much more.
Correct.
There's so much more dynamics to this. There's so much more strategy, more skills that you have to master.
Yeah, my feeling with cornhole, I have the same feeling with cornhole that I have with darts and bowling. Like one game, I'm good for it. Somewhere like halfway through the second game, I completely lose interest, and I'm just like, look, can you just beat me so I don't have to play this anymore? I'm kind of done.
I like bowling. Bowling, to me is a little. It's got enough difficulty to it and enough variation on how the pins go down. Enough different shots you have to try to make. And I can't spin the ball. That would make it easier.
I can spin the ball really good on Wii bowling. I'm great at
Well,
that.
I'm great at
Um,
Wii bowling. That's
yeah.
we weren't talking Wii bowling here, Drew. We were talking
No,
real
no, no,
bowling.
no,
Wii
no, no.
bowling's it's a completely different universe. But yeah,
That's right.
I'm like a pro. I actually am a pro in Wii bowling. Like
Yeah.
literally, my Wii guy is a pro.
I don't want to brag or anything, but I'm like a 2000 rated Wii tennis player. So,
Really?
oh yeah, I'm
Are
top.
you the Roger Federer of Wii tennis?
I like won Wimbledon for the past 10 years or something like that in Wii tennis. So,
Nice,
yeah.
nice. But what's your
So I
high?
haven't been paying attention much, but it looks like there's still only
We're at a
three in play.
stalemate. We're at a stalemate.
Yeah, a bit of a
This is
stalemate,
why
and
we're
I don't
talking
think
about Wii.
yeah, I don't think anybody's been hitting many 8 meters.
No, they've been struggling to clear or just not getting any. And so and right now Greg and Murray have a lead. They're up one base cube. Nope. Yeah, they're up one base
Yeah.
cube. I questioned myself when I looked at the graphics department and I realized that I was correct. So is the graphics department, but
Yeah.
you know.
So Kubb would be an awesome game for a Wii. Like if they
Would be.
I don't know. Oh, nice double.
shot. Great double.
Yeah, I doubt they're making Wii games anymore, but man, that would be perfect.
I mean, you could do the I guess.
Oh,
Nice
that was
shot.
yeah, that came in from up high.
Oh, let's get a meatloaf. Come on. Reach for it.
Oh,
Man.
so close. She's been close
She got
twice
one
for
more
me.
play though. Now they got a 2-cube lead. You got to think Projectile Dysfunction needs to try to make a move here.
Yeah, they're scrapping. They're scrapping right now to be in the top 8, so they're going to need to turn it on a bit here.
Because might want to throw some cubes in bounds the first try. Just as a hint. Because you can't throw penalties if you don't have second tosses. I always find.
Well, it's here's
He's going ultra. He's going ultra conservative here, and
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, that looks short.
I'll blow it up. Just try to roll them both in there. There you go.
He tried to, but he missed. That is
There.
that's a
Penalty
gamble.
Kubb.
That's a gamble. As far as trying to nudge it in like that, I
Yeah.
mean, more often than not, you're just gonna end up with two penalties.
Yeah, but I'm not playing, so go for it. I want to see
Mhm.
people take chances.
Oh yeah.
Now, but if it was me, no, I'd be playing it safe.
I thought I thought the cuz there was gonna line up for the penalty, Cooper. He
He
is.
is. He is.
What are you thinking here?
Oh, I don't know.
He's he's going unconventional on us. You can't you can never predict the cuz. You
No,
don't know what he's gonna do. He's a loose cannon. Now he's going for the other ones. Oh man, he didn't rotate that one either.
they're 0 for 3 right now.
Yeah, this looks like I never put it past Kevin on these shots to just come up with something miraculous. Oh, the single was the one he was looking for. Look how far
Especially
that run
not-
went. He almost
especially
took
not
out Mike
that
Karenchik in the background there. Maria had to run a country mile to get that one.
A country mile. They say that in Sweden a lot. Is that a Swedish
Heck yeah,
thing?
they do. We're out here in the country, Drew. What
No,
else
I
do you
had
want me
to
to say?
Run a country fjord.
Oh, man.
Oh boy.
That was a cataclysmic turn by projectile
that
dysfunction.
That was. I don't think that's what they were looking for.
I mean,
This one be over.
You know,
I'm going to go ahead and say it. This one's over.
This one's over, you think?
Yeah. Why not? Two of them, two in play with a really good advantage line.
You think they have to play? They have to play it smart though.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know if that's going to be a double.
I've never played with
One
the
of them falls
Cuz.
down, it's going to be an easy double.
Yeah.
Yeah. What now?
Never played with the Cuz, and actually, I've never played. Other than and in tournaments in America, so I don't know. But like, I can imagine. I know Bob's never played with the Cuz either. But I can imagine, like, if you're playing with the Cuz, the last thing you want to do is let the Cuz talk you into some like crazy stuff. Like, I mean, just be like, all right, slow your roll there, Cuz. Like, let's just look at this in a different light. Greg's got to go perfect.
I could see that conversation happening.
Oh yeah. He's like, oh really? He's
Here
like,
we go.
I'm going to take out the penalty first.
Oh, and that
It's over.
That one's
Projectile
over.
Dysfunction's going to have to crawl up to the top on this one.
Yeah, they are. That loss hurt. I think that drops them to 2 and 3, but now Kubbla Con is 3 and 2. So it seems like they're probably into the championship bracket. Blasting 0.5 and 0.6. Yikes! Neither one of them very good. But 8 meters, 43% for Kubbla Con. That's probably what won them the match, along with the advantage line. So Kubbla Con now on a 3-game winning streak. And congratulations to Thor's Hammers on the win. I believe that's their first win of the day. Took out the Kubb Widows.
Seems like everyone's picking out the Kubb Widows today, man.
Yeah, tough day for them. They are in 12th spot right now. Old Line Kubb, though, making a break for the top of the charts. They are now in first place. I think they've moved up. I think they were in third when we started this episode, and now they're all the way up to first. Das Kubb now moving up as well. They're in fifth. So we're going to go ahead and look at since we're heading into the sixth and final round, we're going to go ahead and look at the 8-9 matchup, because essentially what this one comes down to is whoever wins this match is into the championship bracket as the 8 seed. Projectile Dysfunction has a 0.17 lead over functioning Kubbaholics right now. So it essentially comes down to whoever wins this one is making it to the championship bracket, and the one who doesn't win this one is on to the silver bracket.
Drew, all I know is there's a lot of functioning going on in this match, both dysfunction and functioning. So,
Correct.
there's a lot, and I think right now, based on the last match, as the Projectile Dysfunction may need a little Cialis after that one, man. They are looking a little limp.
They're looking a little droopy.
Yeah. So I'm going with Function Kubbaholics on this one.
You're
These
going with
guys,
function Kubbaholics?
I think they're going to put them away. Uh, Projectile Dysfunction is just pretty darn lucky that Coop Stash just came out cold as ice in that first match. Because if Coop Stashes play, Coop Stash is all the way up to the second seed now. They haven't lost since. And they've beaten so far Squirrel Stashes. They beat Das Cube. I believe they're playing Old Line Coop now for the #1 seed. So, they're lucky that if the Coop Sessions had come out the way that people would expect them to, there's a decent chance that these guys would already be eliminated from the main bracket.
Yeah, but you know what? One, the win always helps you, but then you get the opponent points for tiebreaker. That's what's got them, in the position that they are, the 8th seed, was the tiebreaker points. Actually, no, it's not the tiebreaker points, but that's always helpful to have a couple really good teams on your schedule, so that you can.
Cuz almost doubled that off.
That would
see
have been
that?
real nice.
Wiggled it. Sorry to interrupt you, but that was impressive.
I don't know. It was one of those things where you start talking and you're like, oh, I've got something interesting to say, and you get halfway through it and you're like, well, I don't know where I was going with this, but it's not interesting at all.
Cuz with the 8 to tie it up. Who's your pick here of the functioning and dysfunction?
Oh, I don't know. This is another one. I think it all depends on what Projectile Dysfunction does. If they play well, I think they win this one easily. If they go cold, oof. I'm going to go ahead and say they seem to be up and down, up and down. They were a little down in the 5th round. I'm going to go ahead and say they're up this one and say Projectile Dysfunction.
I think the Cuz might be drinking local right now, so.
You think so?
Yeah. That's what I think's going on. So maybe I should change my pick, but I'm not going to. So, Functioning Kubbaholics. These guys are from Northern Virginia. They play. This is their 3rd event. Their first one was, I believe, PA Championship last year. They
played in the East Coast.
They're originally from this area. They grew up like 20 minutes away. I always make fun of Bob because everything's 20 minutes away from here. It's like, no matter what, he's always like, hey, where's it? You ask him like, hey, where's whatever this, and it's like, it's 20
minutes away.
It's all 20 minutes. There's pretty much anywhere you want to go, which is anywhere but here, is 20 minutes. Gotta love Elverson though. Just give him crap. Kind of reminds me of Sweden in some ways.
So Sven, when you were driving in from Stockholm, did you have to drive on the PA Turnpike at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I hit the Sbarro.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good Swedish style pizza.
Out in the Valley Forge rest stop, which is about 20 minutes from here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what there is. I thought that might be Swedish, but it's not. It had a Swedish ring to it, Sparrow. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just kind of felt it. I was like, yeah, this was a mistake.
Is that how you say it? I've always said Sparrow.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either. I think the last time I had their pizza, I was like 5 years old, and I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. But
I could see
I was
it,
5.
But
yeah,
now it's like, whew, you'd think they'd have better options. You're paying for the road.
Yeah.
You don't want to get off really, and you go to these rest stops. You're like, oh, this is just not what I would have wanted in any way, shape, or form. Oh, he kissed it. That was a rough one.
So there was some interesting drilling there by the Functioning Kubbaholics. They were, normally if you're right-handed, you're drilling to the right corner. He was drilling to the left corner there. Maybe just the way maybe just the natural bounce of his cubes. Haven't seen them play enough to really know, but something that you don't see very often.
I would agree. They're definitely. I think they definitely obviously this is their third event in the last really year. So clearly they're enjoying themselves and working to get better, which is awesome.
Yeah, I don't remember. Do you remember what their result was at the East Coast? Did they make the championship bracket?
No, they were in silver, and they were on the podium, I believe.
I was gonna say, I
Or
thought they finished pretty high in the silver bracket, and if anybody remembers, in the there were 32 teams at the East Coast. Top eight made the championship bracket, so they were on the podium amongst 24 teams. So that was a pretty good
it was
result.
the silver podium, but I will look that up here in a minute, Drew.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they hit the silver podium, which is good. Anytime you podium an event, especially an event that big, you're in the silver podium. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no shame in that at all. Let's see, East Coast Championship. Let's look this up. And they so in the regular rounds they finished 17th out of 32, but then they made a run in silver and went all the way to third place.
There you go. So came in 11th out of 32 teams.
Well,
That's
and
pretty
and they
good.
lost in the third place match there to Varangians, who went on to finish, I want to say T13 at nationals this year,
Oh, yeah, there you go.
which is, obviously a phenomenal result for anybody. But to be in the third place match in the East Coast Silver, and then a
Nice
month or
clear
so
right there.
later make the second day at nationals and finish top 16 in the country. Here they're going on a run.
Yeah, they got a nice turn going. Oh,
Oh,
come
it's
on, some
close.
meatloaf. Give me meatloaf. Oh,
And no meatloaf so far.
no, that's unfortunate. Well, then you know what? That makes me feel better because I didn't think about it that way. Because I also lost to Varangians in the silver bracket at the East Coast. So there you go.
Yeah.
I'm somewhere, 14th in the nation or worse. So, it's all about how you look at it.
Hmm. True. The difference is you didn't lose to them at nationals. So,
Correct. Yeah.
I mean,
Which
you
is
could say
which
that
is why I
all day
say
long. I
if
mean,
they
in the
if they
Goose,
were tied for 13th, that means I'm somewhere
Goose
14th or
Girls finished.
worse. So
Goose Girl finished They finished T5.
I've
Um,
lost to them before too. So maybe
exactly.
I'm
So,
somewhere between sixth and worst team in the country.
but that's my point. I mean,
Yeah. So
so Goose
Sven,
Steph,
why are you raining on my parade? What is this? Are you just used to it just being dark and cold in
I
Sweden and all the time, and now
just
you got to bring everybody else down?
I like shooting holes in your logic or lack thereof, Drew. I'm just not seeing eye to eye with this thinking. Just because you lose to a team at a different event, they do better at another event that's bigger and harder doesn't mean that you would have gotten that result at the bigger and harder event. That's just my point.
Oh,
I
I don't know. You never know. It's a
never know.
crazy game.
I mean, you've only played outside North Carolina once, so until you get to nationals, see what you can do. I mean, Das Kub at nationals had a horrible draw because nationals can be very random with the draws, and they ended up second in the bronze bracket.
There you go. I've lost to them too. So I'm somewhere third or worse in the bronze bracket.
Hmm. Yeah, the bronze bracket's the bottom half, so it's the bottom 64 teams.
Yeah.
But they lost. They had to play a team that almost made the semis in that first round, which is brutal.
So I don't know if you were just watching that, but the Cuz went for the penalty coup again, out of order.
First,
Yeah, he's living on the edge.
at least it worked out for him this time. I
Yes, it
mean,
did. Picked it
really,
up.
this is the first time that.
Oh,
Look at that! Did like the sumo squat afterwards too.
I don't think that thing's going down.
No,
You can spy it all you want to, but that thing's up.
I'm glad the Cuz wore his big brimmed hat today, just like Jake. He's got a lot of ginger in him. He needs to protect that the complexion. He can burn too easily.
Yeah. Speaking for fellow bald people, you want to make sure your bald spot's covered because, whew, man, that hurts.
Yeah, he's completely shaved too. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't want to leave that thing hanging out in the sun all day. You end
No.
up with a burnt cuz.
Yeah, and you don't even realize it till the next day you get in the shower and you think, oh my God, my head's on fire.
You think he's doing? He's like, hey, that's gonna fall. Just let it go. It's gonna fall.
Just,
Look, Kevin's not throwing. He's
oh,
like, it's gonna fall.
I thought their turn was over. They're still
No,
waiting.
they're trying to convince him. They're like, hey guys, this is gonna fall over. And if it does, it's harder than Kevin it is. I'd get over there real quick and just make sure I prop that thing up right. Yep, good
No,
call.
no,
You don't want the cuz trying to get a little squirrely on you.
no. Well, and remember this match is to get into the championship bracket, so that's an important coup. If that thing falls down and you're taking a
Uh-huh.
2-coup lead to get
Yeah,
into the championship bracket, oof.
yeah, they are not pulling any punches, because I would have expected a team like Kevin and Dave I thought they'd be a little more consistent. I didn't think they'd have any problem getting into the top 8, and here they are fighting for it. And let me tell you, like, these guys, they can get rolling, and right now, well, actually right now it looks like it's over. Kubb Stashes and Old Line Kubb. I didn't see them on the ticker there, but played for that 1 seed basically, and probably, if this holds, so if Projectile continues to be dysfunctional and win this match, then the 1 seed, whoever won on that Old Line Kubb Stash that was a nice shot.
Yeah, two double,
Got
double,
4 with
double.
2 there. Yep. Pick up the single here. It'd be fantastic.
Nice.
Yes. Nice
That's
clear.
very nice clear.
These guys would be looking at potentially one of the hardest, especially in a field of 12, one of the hardest 1-8 matchups if the cuz and Dave can get it rolling that you've ever seen.
Yep.
Generally, if you have a 12-team field, you get the 1 seed, you're expecting to basically sleepwalk into the semifinals.
Well, they got the 0.17 point lead right now, and so functioning Kubbaholics need to they need to win. That's simply what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I guess they could time out leading, and in that case,
that might
they would
do
get
it.
a 0.66 versus 0.33, so that would give them the lead. So yeah, I guess anything short of tied leading, and it's going to be projectile dysfunction. We are playing 30 or 25-minute time limits if we get to that point and we get to that timeout leading, losing, tied type stuff. But boy, that would be really close if we got down to that.
I'm not seeing the 2 ducks in 22, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't think they look like ducks?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know if
Is that an American thing?
Swans, swans, whatever. I guess ducks are kind of like short and like, but like swans, how their head and neck comes up. Yeah, that's a 2. A couple of them swimming next to each other, 22. I think we should just start calling Jake the Swan.
The Swan.
Yeah.
You have to run by him later. I don't know if he'll be too into that.
Don't think so?
I don't know, man. I don't know what the 22 means either.
I think it's
my scouting reports didn't run that deep.
Yeah.
But I was just looking at it back there. I'm like, I don't know, man. Ducks didn't do it, but swans, okay, I can see it. Plus, they're white.
I think probably should have said swans. But I'm not. I told John. Well, I told Bob. On the coverage of the East Coast Champion. I'm no zoologist, man. A duck, a swan.
I watched that episode, Drew, and that was firmly established. You're definitely not a zoologist.
No.
I mean, you think a chipmunk and a groundhog and a squirrel are all the same animal. And
it is. It is. It's
only one of those has a puffy tail.
They're just furry rats. They're all the same.
Our rats are furry anyway.
Well,
but they do not. The thing that makes a rat bad is it does not have a puffy tail. The rat, ever see a rat tail? They're just not nice looking.
Oh,
they're gross.
I'm afraid of rats and mice all of them.
Kevin's got a big shot to clear here. This could go downhill in a hurry.
We got a pressure clear on our hands. There we go.
Oh,
nice, almost got the baton
carry on it too. Yep. All right. So we're getting, as you see the pitches start to clear behind them, we're getting close on time. And we got to be getting closer. These guys need to get 2 base cubes sometime. And we're at a kind of at a cracking cube stalemate. What it feels
Yes.
like, you know. If the
Seems
Cuz is playing, you can do a lot of cracking references as well.
seems like there isn't much. People are having troubles getting clearing, so we're slowed down a bit on the 8 meters. We got 3 rethrows here.
It looks like there's only maybe one other match going on.
That first one appears to be out again. Oh,
Oh,
might have 2 penalty cubes.
that's gonna hurt.
That one appears to be out, definitely out. Both of them are out. So we got, and they're going to put them right on the baseline. So functioning Kubbaholics have, for all intents and purposes, well,
Yeah,
wait a second. Yeah, they've essentially gone back to square one here.
essentially, yeah. No, that's gonna be a tough one to overcome.
Correct.
But they are pretty inexperienced, and so you don't, you just gotta learn from it, and it's all about consistency. Kubb is, 100% about being able to consistently perform or execute the shots. And
Well, if he
sometimes
clears,
conditions can get you.
if he clears these 2, that would be not a meatloaf, and it's not going to happen. But
No.
it'd be tough to clear those 2 with 3 and still not get a meatloaf for that, since it's, I don't know, it's like that soy
Basically,
meatloaf or something.
it should be. It should be like some sort of a penalty
To-
loaf.
Tofurkey, like tofurkey
Yes.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
like Madden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turducken.
Yeah.
I don't know. You'd think. Should be something. Those things are basically 8-meter shots.
Yeah.
All right.
Now Projectile has a chance to really take a stranglehold on this match right now, and that's what they need if they're going to make it into this.
Put them away. I mean,
Yeah, they got to get a clear here.
mm-hmm.
Taking some green.
Yeah.
Taking some green and taking a risk. Oh,
Nice shot.
doesn't pay off, but clipped a single anyway.
See if the Cuz can clean this up. Nope.
So that takes the red zone away. 3 batons left. Well, I mean, I suppose it's still there if you're going to get the double, but that's
yeah, I don't see that happening.
Not something you can count on.
It's nothing on the Cuz there. It's just the fact that he's got a blocker in front, and now he's upset.
There you go.
Yeah, nice shot. Nope. Just short.
No dice. No dice. So we continue with 5 in play, but there are 2 penalty cubes right there on the baseline by Projectile Dysfunction. The 2 on the left are the penalty cubes.
Mm-hmm.
See if they might try to rescue a cube. I think at this point, with 2 of them down there, I might try to take a shot at.
They might not be aware of that situation. Like, Cuz picked it up before he was even done throwing.
It is an advanced strategy. Uh-oh, there's another penalty.
Boy, it's just the hole just keeps getting deeper.
They're going backwards.
You're going behind the king on this one.
Behind the king.
Yep. Well, there's nowhere else to put it, really.
Yep.
Unless you give him 6 base cubes, but
Kevin just planted that one.
Make it sporting. Oh no, it's nailed down now practically. He forces those suckers like halfway to China.
Yep.
See what they do. I mean, generally these behind the king shots, like they should be generally routine, but it always makes you think about it just a little.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You pucker up, man.
Oh,
kind of like this.
There
got it. Nice shot.
Cleared the tough ones, but the 2 penalties are still there. So we're still at the stalemate with 5 in play. Gotta believe that Projectile Dysfunction is going to be able to take some advantage here. They got a
One
bit of a tough break last time with the junk in front.
One would think. Oh, rough drill.
This one's a little out there, but those two look like they might be lined up pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 5 minutes. We've played 20
Man.
minutes, down to 5-minute warning.
Tell you what, Drew, the graphics department, based on what I've seen, has really stepped up their game.
They're big time. They've had nothing to do for 2 months.
I mean, we got this ticker going on down here. We got a 5-minute warning.
boy.
We got Kevin throwing away batons left and right. That has to deal with the Cuz.
Oh,
Cuz throwing away
3.
batons. Look at these guys. The wheels just fall off. Oh, and then he singles the
and got a
easy
single.
double. Oh, God.
He's flabbergasted.
They do need some Cialis. I don't know. They are looking just like a wet noodle. Nice shot.
Oh, there you go. There you got clear. Fresh or clear?
Yeah. That was rough.
Yeah, so 5 minutes left.
Hey,
Well, less than
Bob
5 minutes now.
for him. That's a nice move.
That is.
Speaking of the Cuz.
Your Cuz.
My goodness.
So we got something less than 5 minutes left, and functioning Kubbaholics need to pick up 2 baselines in order to be ahead, and would then be able to make the championship bracket. But this is coming down. This is a good match here. 8-9 for all the marbles, or at least for the marbles to get into the championship bracket.
Sure. Do you keep pick records on these matches you've done? All the ones with Bob's. You know Bob's pick record over the East Coast Championship? Because I feel like mine's struggling a little bit here. There's one.
Yeah, there's one. Well, that was one of the penalties. So I believe both myself and Bob at the East Coast Championship doing our picks, we got them all but the championship match. And I think so far in this one, I've gotten every one of them right so far.
I have not. And this is looking like my second in a row that I'm getting wrong. Which, it's not what I'm paid here to do,
No. Wait, you're getting paid for this?
No.
Okay.
But I stand behind my logic, unlike your logic for the. If I beat Varangians, I must be.
My logic
between
was
6th and 128th, 16th and 128th and 100, whatever he said. I was like, that doesn't make any sense, Drew.
No, just 16th or 16th and last in the country. So I'm not last, but I'm not any higher than 15th or whatever.
Did you actually beat Varangians, or you just played them and you're just saying because you played them and they beat you, that must mean that you're somewhere worse than they are?
Yeah, no, I'm somewhere. Yes. I played them and lost to them at the East Coast.
Yes. Dude, these singles are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, you have that shot and you're like, all right, if all I want to do is just not put it right through that gap. And then
sure enough,
there it goes. Looks like he does have a little bit of a. They didn't put him quite on the baseline. He stepped up on that one a little bit. Oh, look at that! How's that single?
Yeah, they did have a bit of a fence line there.
Kevin's got an absolutely fantastic looking baton shot, though. I say that now, and he'll blow this one.
No, I got it. All right, here we got an 8-meter.
Come on, cuz.
Nope. Oh. Nope. All right, so you got to think that this might be functioning Kubbaholics' last turn. They're about to get timed out.
They better throw out right now.
Yep, there they go.
Oh, he almost hit him in the head with it. Oh, you see that?
Brutal.
Woo.
So they're going to need to pick up that penalty cube, as well as I guess still 2 baselines. 1 minute.
Warning.
So this is probably going to be their last turn. They need to pick up, they need to clear, get the penalty, and then 2 baselines to go ahead. Anything short of that, I believe, Projectile Dysfunction will advance.
They almost drilled their partner right in the head. That would have been tough to have a good turn on, That's something I have never seen. Somebody almost get hit in the head with a drill.
I've never seen anybody get hit in the head with a drill, but I've been hit in the shins with batons many a times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that doesn't feel good.
No, it doesn't. Leaves a nice little knot there. Like, it's within 10 seconds, you've got a volcano on your shin.
Oh,
Oh,
they're hurrying. Look at
hey,
this gamesmanship.
yeah. Cuz wants
That's
to get that one
experience.
in to make sure that the clock continues. He's going for the outright win so that they can maybe move up a little higher than 8. I don't know
Mhm.
what the points ahead of them look like.
Oh, right off the
Yeah,
post.
that's gonna hurt. I don't. That's gonna be tough to clear and then get your 2 baselines
Yeah.
and a king. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
The Cuz lives in Minersville, Pennsylvania, Drew. So I think what they're going to need right now is a Minersville miracle.
I agree.
This isn't happening.
Nope.
Oh, Drew. Oh, Cuz. And he's pacing like it was the baton's ball,
Oh, there's a nice double.
What you should have done, Cuz, is let Kevin throw. There you go.
What do they got? 3 left?
I think
Yeah,
they
so they're
wanted
not gonna.
Kevin to hit 8s. I think was the goal here because Cuz has been empty in his last like 3 or 4 chances, but you
But
got
yeah,
to
this
come
is too
through.
late. They're not gonna be able to. They're not gonna be able to knock over the king. So. Well,
Mm-mm.
that's it. So projectile dysfunction times out ahead, which is going to give them 0.66 to functioning Kubbaholics 0.33, which means projectile dysfunction advances by a half a point.
Look at those dysfunctional 8 percentages.
Whew. Yeah, that's not good. 13%. That's cracking area right there.
It's nice.
But it doesn't matter because
Nope.
projectile dysfunction gets what they needed, which is something. Actually, all they needed was something a tie or better. So that's our championship bracket. Projectile dysfunction now advances, takes on Kubb Stashes in the 1-8. Das Kubb 4-5 against Kubbla Con. Old Line 3, Kubb Nerds 6, and Squirrel Stashes end up the second seed against EMR. So next week we are going to have our first quarterfinal matchup, and I can't remember what that is.
I would expect nothing less from you, Drew.
Correct. So I will guarantee you that it's a quarterfinal match. I can't guarantee you anything besides that. Oh, you know what it is? It's Kubb Stashes against EMR. That's who we're going to have in a best of 3 throwdown.
You're wrong again, dude. You're wrong
Right,
again.
I don't know
Squirrel
which one it is
Stashes
gonna-
played EMR.
Okay, it's going to be Squirrel Stashes. Squirrel Stashes against
How
EMR
about-
Kubb.
Kubb Stash is going from that first loss undefeated all the way up to number 1. That's
Yeah,
a nice run.
Solid. That is a very nice run. 5 in a row for them.
And they beat every other top 4 seed on their way.
Yep. So that'll be so they're looking strong and definitely hot going into the quarterfinals. We'll see how they. Yep, red hot, and they will be facing the semi-hot
I would
projectile dysfunction. Whatever they got in.
Yeah.
Some pressure.
Yeah.
So, yep, tune in next week for the first of the quarterfinals, and we'll fill out the championship bracket from there. So, thanks for watching. Bazooka.
Bazooka.